Hey Yens, how are you doing? Happy New Year. I hope you're all doing well. Happy 2023. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher. Today we're sitting in my office and it sounds very echoey. I know, and I hope that will change here in the future if I film in this office in the future. However, I just wanted to film in here to make this video pretty quickly instead of having to film on my phone and take it off of my phone and do all the editing, yada yada yada. And so today we are filming here in the office that has nothing hardly on the walls except for a couple pictures, and there's hardly any furniture in here yet because this is a room in progress. So we're in the back of my house, and there's two windows up above my computer that look out onto the back porch and the backyard, and it is perfect for my working desk area and home office. So this is going to be something that I guess maybe chronicle here in the future as I work at making it into a comfortable working environment for whenever I work here at home on videos and whatever else I do here on my home computer. So today I thought I would, as we're starting a new year, 2023, I would talk a little bit about my New Year's resolutions. So I am not one that typically does a New Year's resolution. I think I've only ever held fast and perfect to one resolution in my life, and that was back when I was a kid, and that was because I was a chronic nail biter, and ever since then I have not bit my nails, and I actually am very good about not biting my nails, and that was a New Year's resolution. But ever since then I don't really ever make New Year's resolutions because I don't really ever do well at keeping them. And I think that's something that's very consistent for many people. And so I thought I would go and a step further from New Year's resolutions. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and there's something that I know I've watched many other channels and many other people on FlossTube and otherwise on other types of videos that talk about a word of the year and using that throughout the rest of their, I guess, reflection process for the year. And so I have a word of the year that I'm going to be focusing on, and then using that to work through 4 types of, I guess you could call them resolutions, but areas of reflection for the year. So this is not going to be a type of video that I have any kind of stitching progress on. And I think going forward, I am going to be putting out more frequent videos. I don't know if they're going to necessarily be crafting related, but they're just going to be this kind of video, or they might be vlogging related, or they might be crafting related, but it's just going to be a little bit of everything. So and more of that at the end of the video. But the word of the year for me this year is going to be consistency. So something that I have that I kind of struggle with in my life, and I think I don't want to say struggle, but I will jump on a bandwagon, or I will jump on a thing that I focus on for a long time. Is I will do something very good for a stretch of time, and then it just kind of falls off, and then I will start something up new, and then it just kind of falls off. And I don't ever make consistent habits of anything particular. And so the word of the year for me is going to be consistency, or constant things throughout 2023. And so I have 4 areas that I want to focus on for those consistent habits throughout this year. One, and I think this is like common for many people, is that I want to be more fit and active and healthy throughout this year. And I'm not, so for these 4 goals of consistency, or 4 resolutions of consistency, I'm not putting specific quantifying goals on them. At least I'm not outwardly putting them on. I might have them in my head, but I'm not, because And I know if you're trying to make smart goals, you need to put quantifiers on them because then they're not achievable. However, I think this is just more of a way for me to be reflective on myself and looking at ways that I can improve the quality of my life without making it so either achievable or unachievable, and then beating myself up if I don't achieve it. And then whenever I don't achieve it, then I just slump into that area of I didn't achieve it, so why do I even bother? So one, being more fit, more active, more healthy, and that could stretch the gamut of eating healthier, being more active at the gym, or exercising around the house, or around the neighborhood by walks and things like that. I'm going to have a yard this year, so I'm going to be able to be working in the yard, having a garden, all those different types of things to get myself up and active and not sitting on my butt, stitching and cross stitching all the time, because we do I and many of my viewers have a very sedentary hobby, and therefore I need to be more physically fit or physical so that I can stay fit and healthy and active. And then hopefully for me, one of my goals is so that I don't have such a fluctuating weight. But again, I'm not putting goals on it, specific goals, because I don't want to I don't want to be so hard on myself if I don't achieve that set goal. 2, I want to read more. And for me, reading more is reading at all. I hardly ever read. I haven't read much at all in the last 8 years, if not longer. And so reading is something I want to get back into. I have a couple books I want to read daily, and then also just any additional reading would be something that I would like to do more of. Again, that's a sedentary thing. And when I say reading, I'm not saying reading like books, audio books or anything like that. I mean actually picking up a book or a digital book of some kind and actually reading the words. I think that's something that will keep my mind fresh and healthy and active, and it's something that I will also be able to expand horizons of different types of areas of interest. The third one is something that I again go through waves of interest, and I can do really well for a long time, and then I go through a slump, is not feeding into consumerism. I think especially in the world of YouTube and even FlossTube, we are often drawn in by the fear of missing out, or FOMO, and so we will go through, oh, I have to have that because everyone else has it. And so I want to be very mindful of my spending habits and not buying things just because somebody else has it or because it's something that I think I want, but do I really need it? I've been very good about that in my hobbies, specifically cross stitch. Knitting I'm not so good about recently, but I have so much cross stitch and knitting supplies that I really want to use what I have before I buy anything new. I have a new home, so I'm going to be needing to buy things for that. So therefore I want to make sure I prioritize my spending for other types of things. So being very mindful about the types of things that I'm buying and not just feeding into consumerism, because that's what Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or all these different social media platforms are telling me that this is what I need to buy. And the final thing is just being more consistent with my filming. And when I say that is because whenever I film, it's a way for me to be reflective on the types of hobbies and the things that I do that bring me joy. So cross stitch, knitting, gardening, even sometimes my cooking. And so I want to be able to be more consistent with that, because I was looking back on my YouTube analytics and my filming has been very inconsistent for the last 2 years. So 2021 and 2022, we're very inconsistent as far as filming, and so I want to be more consistent with my filming. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I want to make sure that I can be more consistent for not only for all of you, but also for me, so I can bring myself joy, but also bring all of you joy based on the comments that on my last video about filming more regularly. Like I said, I'm thinking about filming a daily video that will not necessarily have crafting content every day. I don't craft every single day. Often I do, but that doesn't mean I always do. I'm thinking about having a video vlogging style. It could be something that I'm sitting here talking to you all like this. It could be something that I'm doing different stuff around the home or out in the community. And then I also showcase what I've been crafting on in the previous day. And then I'm also thinking about, for those of you who do not like having daily videos and you would rather just have a weekly update, I will also consider having a weekly update so you can just catch up on all of the crafting update at one go instead of having to watch a daily update. So if you're interested in any of that, please stick around for the daily updates. But those are my resolutions or goals or reflective practices for the new year of 2023. I'd be curious to hear if you have anything similar for this coming year, or I guess it's not this coming year, it is 2023 now. So I would love to hear what your word of the day or word of the year is, or your resolutions are for this coming, or for this year. I keep saying this coming year, but it's already 2023. So put your comments in the section below if you have any of those kind of resolutions or practices that you're hoping to achieve for this coming year. For this year, I need to stop saying coming. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next video. And as always in life, don't forget to always be creative.